Mental clarity and the strategic use of technology are the only guarantees of survival in the coming era. Artificial intelligence is not replacing humanity but filtering out those who refuse to adapt and evolve. Distraction is the modern form of poverty while focused discipline is the ultimate source of wealth. Success belongs to those who view machines as leverage for their vision rather than as competitors. The era of comfort is over and only those who treat their attention as a weapon will prevail. Your value is defined by the unique human creative output you produce in an automated world. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Big Brother, and this message is brought to you by Razor Focus. Look around you and realize that the world you were promised is gone, replaced by an invisible landscape of algorithms and automated intelligence that moves faster than your heartbeat. We are standing at the edge of a canyon, watching the old ways of living crumble into the dust, and most people are still trying to build houses on that falling ground. They are terrified because they see a machine that can think, a machine that can write, and a machine that can do the very things they spent decades learning to do. They see a threat, but I want you to see a mirror. The rise of artificial intelligence is not a funeral for your ambition, it is the ultimate test of your humanity and your hunger. It is a filter that will separate the sleepers from the seekers. For years, you have lived in a state of semi-consciousness, drifting through your days, giving your precious focus to anyone who asked for it. You gave it to social media, you gave it to useless drama, and you gave it to the pursuit of comfort. But now, the stakes have changed. Comfort is no longer a luxury, it is a trap that will lead to your obsolescence. The machines are not coming for your soul, they are coming for the tasks that you were never meant to do in the first place. They are coming to strip away the mundane, leaving you with nothing but your raw potential and your ability to focus. If you cannot focus, you cannot compete. If you cannot compete, you will not survive the coming shift. This is the moment where you decide if you are a passenger in this new world or the one holding the steering wheel. The fear you feel when you hear about jobs being lost is an ancient instinct, but it is lying to you. It is telling you to hide, to shrink, and to wait for someone to save you. But there is no one coming to save you. The government is not coming, your boss is not coming, and the old rules of the economy are being rewritten in real time. To get rich in this new era, you must first become rich in spirit and discipline. You must cultivate a mind that is so sharp, so unwavering, and so resilient that no algorithm can replicate its depth. We have become a generation of distracted observers, watching life happen through a glass screen, but the winners of the next decade will be the practitioners. They will be the ones who can sit in a room for 4 hours without looking at a phone, working on a single problem until it yields. They will be the ones who understand that while AI can provide the answers, only a human with vision can ask the right questions. Your value is no longer in what you can remember or what you can repeat. Your value is in your unique perspective, your relentless drive, and your ability to synthesize information in ways a machine never could. But you cannot do that if your brain is scattered. You cannot do that if you are a slave to your impulses. You must undergo a radical transformation of the self. You must look at your distractions and see them for what they truly are, thieves of your legacy. If you want to see a living testament to this power, look at the story of Jimmy Donaldson, known to the world as MrBeast. He didn't start with a multi-million-dollar studio or a Hollywood contract. He started in a bedroom with nothing but a cheap camera and a singular, obsessive focus. For years, Jimmy didn't just post videos, he treated the YouTube algorithm like a grandmaster treats a chessboard. He would spend hours on Skype with his friends, dissecting every frame, every thumbnail, and every second of retention data. They weren't just chatting, they were conducting a high-level psychological study on human attention. There was a time when he spent 50 hours just counting to 100,000, a feat of pure, agonizing mental endurance that most people would call insanity. But it wasn't insanity, it was a declaration. He was proving to himself and the world that his focus was unbreakable. While his peers were partying or seeking traditional stability, Jimmy was training his mind to dominate the digital landscape. Today, he is not just a YouTuber, he is a titan of industry with a net worth that rivals major corporations.
I started with nothing on YouTube, and now I'm a millionaire. You can do it too, just keep grinding.
He didn't get rich by accident. He got rich because he understood before anyone else that in the new economy, the one who masters the machine and masters their own attention becomes the king. Every time you choose a moment of cheap dopamine over a moment of deep work, you are voting for your own poverty. You are telling the universe that you are not ready for the responsibility of wealth. Greatness requires a level of obsession that most people find uncomfortable. They will call you cold, they will call you distant, and they will tell you that you are working too hard. Let them talk. While they are discussing the latest trends, you will be mastering the tools of the future. While they are mourning the loss of the 9 to 5, you will be building empires that run while you sleep. The wealth transfer that is happening right now is not just about money, it is about the transfer of power from the many who are distracted to the few who are focused. It is a brutal, silent war for the most valuable commodity on earth, human attention. If you do not own yours, someone else will buy it and sell it back to you at a price you cannot afford. You must wake up every morning and realize that you are in a race against your own obsolescence. The version of you that existed yesterday is already too slow for the world of tomorrow. You must iterate, you must learn, and you must adapt with a ferocity that scares people. Think about the time you have wasted. Think about the hours lost to scrolling, the days lost to hesitation, and the years lost to the fear of being seen trying. That time is gone, and it is never coming back. But you are still here, and you still have a heartbeat. That means you still have a chance. But that chance is shrinking. The gap between the elite and the average is widening into a chasm that will soon be impossible to cross. You are either going to be the one who directs the AI, or you are going to be the one replaced by it. There is no middle ground anymore. The middle ground has been automated. This requires a shift in your identity. You are no longer an employee, you are a creator. You are no longer a follower, you are a strategist. You must treat your mind like a high-performance engine. You wouldn't put cheap fuel in a supercar, so why do you put cheap information in your brain? Why do you allow the opinions of people who have achieved nothing to weigh down your spirit? You must prune your life of everything that does not serve your ultimate vision. It will be lonely. It will be difficult. You will have nights where you wonder if it is all worth it. In those moments, remember that the pain of discipline is nothing compared to the pain of regret. Imagine yourself 10 years from now, looking back at this moment. Do you want to be the person who saw the change coming and prepared for it, or the person who ignored it and paid the price? The secret to getting rich in the age of AI is not a technical secret, it is a psychological one. It is about becoming more human, not less. It is about leaning into your intuition, your empathy, and your capacity for complex thought. AI is a tool, a hammer of incredible power. But a hammer cannot build a cathedral without a master architect. You must become the architect. You must learn how to leverage these machines to multiply your output by a factor of 10, 100, or 1,000. The person who works alone is limited by their own two hands, but the person who masters focus and technology is limited only by their imagination. This is why you must protect your mental clarity at all costs. The world wants you tired, it wants you anxious, and it wants you addicted to the quick fix. A tired mind is easy to control. A focused mind is a threat to the status quo. When you refuse to be distracted, you are committing an act of rebellion. You are reclaiming your sovereignty. You are saying that your life belongs to you, and your future is not for sale. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting for the fear to go away. Fear is a constant, but so is your will. You must move through the fear. You must act as if your life depends on it, because in this economy, it absolutely does. The people who will thrive are those who embrace the struggle. They are the ones who realize that every obstacle is an opportunity to sharpen their edge. When the world says it's impossible, the focused man finds a way. When the world says it's over, the disciplined man starts again. You have within you a reservoir of strength that you have barely tapped into. You have potential that is screaming to be released. But you have kept it locked behind a door of excuses and minor distractions. It is time to break that door down. It is time to look in the mirror and demand more. Demand more from your time, demand more from your energy, and demand more from your results. You are not a victim of the times, you are a product of your own choices. As you sit here, as you listen to these words, something is shifting inside you. You can feel the truth of it. You know that the path you were on is no longer enough. This realization is the first step toward true wealth. It is a commitment to a life of higher standards. This is why I am asking you right now, as a sign of your own commitment to this journey, as a pledge to your future self, to like this video and subscribe to the Razor Focus channel. This is not for me, it is for you to signal to yourself that you are a part of a community that values discipline, that pursues excellence, and that refuses to be left behind by the tides of history. By joining us, you are surrounding yourself with the frequency of growth. You are choosing to feed your mind with the substance of greatness instead of the noise of the crowd. Let this be the moment you draw a line in the sand and say, no more. No more mediocrity. No more distraction. No more being a spectator in my own life. The world is changing, yes, but it is changing in your favor if you have the eyes to see it. The tools available to you right now would have been considered magic just a few years ago. You have the power of 1,000 researchers at your fingertips. You have the ability to reach the entire world from a small room. The only thing missing is the focus to use them effectively. We often mistake movement for progress, but a rocking chair moves without going anywhere. You must stop the busy work and start the deep work. You must learn to differentiate between what is loud and what is important. The news is loud. The market is loud. Your purpose is quiet. It is a whisper that can only be heard when you silence the static of the world. Your purpose is the only thing that will keep you steady when the ground begins to shake. Wealth will follow the value you create, and value is the child of focus and skill. Do not be afraid of the machines. Be afraid of the part of you that wants to be a machine, the part that wants to follow orders, the part that wants a predictable life, the part that is afraid to take risks. That part of you is what the AI will replace. You must kill that part of yourself today. You must embrace the chaos and the uncertainty of this new world. You must become a lifelong learner, a perpetual student of reality. The era of getting an education once and working for 40 years is dead. Now, you must get an education every single day. You must be willing to be a beginner over and over again. This is where your strength lies. The ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn is the superpower of the 21st century. It is the only thing that will keep you relevant. It is the only thing that will keep you rich. Let the others complain about the unfairness of the world. Let them wait for a miracle. You are the miracle. Your ability to direct your will toward a specific outcome is the most powerful force in the universe. When you align your focus with your actions, you create a gravity that pulls success toward you. It is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. But when is determined by your discipline today. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. Right now. What are you doing with this hour? What are you doing with this breath? The seconds are ticking away, and each one is a brick in the monument of your life. Are you building a palace of purpose or a shack of excuses? The responsibility is heavy, I know. It is easier to blame the technology, to blame the economy, or to blame your upbringing. But blame is a poison that paralyzes the soul. Responsibility is the medicine that sets you free. When you take total responsibility for your life, you gain total power over it. You are the master of your fate. You are the captain of your soul. The AI is just another sea you must learn to navigate. The storms will come, the waves will crash, but if your focus is razor sharp, you will find your way to the shore of prosperity. You will look back at this time of transition not as a period of fear, but as the period where you truly woke up. You will see that the obstacles were actually the path. Listen to the silence that follows these words. In that silence, you will find the truth. The world is waiting for you to decide who you are. The future is a blank page, and the pen is in your hand. Do not write a story of what if or if only. Write a story of I did. Write a story of a human being who looked into the eyes of change and did not blink. Write a story of a person who used the tools of the future to build a legacy that will last for generations. The noise is fading. The distractions are losing their grip. There is only you, your vision, and the work that needs to be done. Go out there and claim what is yours. The age of focus has begun. The world is yours for the taking. Wake up. Stand up. And never, ever look back.